Happy Wednesday. Today is hump day, August 8th. It's a beautiful 64 degrees outside. I don't know if anybody remembers from yesterday, but Holly, my little dog, she had hurt herself somehow or in some way. Well, my wife took her to the vet last night. I worked until like 6:30, so I worked till 6. I got home about 6:30. So I wasn't involved in the taking of the dog to the vet. Apparently she just has a sprain, and so they gave her some pain pills. She seems to be doing a lot better. A lot better this morning. She was actually doing better last night. She was alert. She was eating. So, happy about that. My wife was really stressed out. That's her dog. This is going to be a little bit of a departure for me. I'm going to segue into Alex Jones. As you know, I am a big fan of free speech. Big fan. I don't like Alex Jones. I don't watch Alex Jones. I think Alex Jones is about the most ridiculous thing ever. I understand. Yes, I understand that he's playing a character. And I understand that he's using that character as a tool to reach people, you know, having his underlying point disguised in his ridiculousness. I get it. It doesn't work for me. It's not my style. It's not my cup of tea. But I think it's reprehensible that he is being effectively silenced. I think it's just terrible. If you try to silence people, it just tends to make their voices louder. Think about how much attention Alex Jones has received since he's been banned off of all these platforms. It's something that's bothered me about people in this First Amendment community. I understand that it's your channel and you can do with it whatever you want, but the exact same logic goes for the government. It's the government's property. They can control it how they want. That's Adderley v. Florida right there. Now, Adderley v. Florida still requires that regulations on speech be reasonable and viewpoint neutral. But it's the exact same logic. It is the government space. The government can do with it whatever it wants. So I don't like that argument. I think that argument's terrible. It goes down to the whole, you know, it's fine for me but not for thee kind of thing. I'm more of a golden rule, do unto others as you would have done unto you kind of guy. No, I'm not religious, but it's still, you know, I think it's still about the best way to approach people, places, things. Show people respect until they show you that they're not worthy of respect. And as soon as they start respecting you, instantly return the favor and start respecting them back. People are saying that I was too nice to Pink Camera Magic. I don't know what planet you're on, but I've never really been mean. Even that conversation with James, I made my point that he came to me hat in hand. Once we had that resolved, once we knew what our relative positions were in that discussion, I was nice as pie. I had no reason anymore to be mean. to not show respect. So, yeah, I mean, if someone talks to me, by the way, I doubt seriously that Chicken Hawk, CJ Grisham, I doubt seriously he's ever going to make good and talk to me. I think he understands that it wouldn't do him any good. So, I just wouldn't expect it. I mean, offer stands for him Sunday at 4. Likewise with Common Joe, I don't think he's gonna put up. I also don't think he's gonna shut up. But yeah, I have no interest in giving the fat parasite any of my time or attention. I have no interest in increasing his views. It's really sad when someone like the fat parasite is that big in a community. He's bigger than any of the auditors are. Isn't that sad? It's an auditing community, and everybody worships the fat parasite who does no auditing, who just steals the work of auditors. But, again, I'm a golden rule kind of guy, and he's a fuckwit. So there you go. I'm stupid and I'm a thief, but I have a nice voice, so I'm going to steal your shit and call it mine and get paid for it. He doesn't monetize his channel. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Those Patreon links and Patreon donations and GoFundMes and whatever other links he has. You think people put money in those for any reason other than the fact that he's providing you with a easy way of finding these auditors' videos without having to give them clicks? Don't piss on my back and tell me it's raining. So no, I'm not going to debate the fat parasite. It got nothing to debate. He's a piece of shit. That's my personal opinion. That is not based on anything other than the logic I have laid out for you, that he is taking advantage of this community and not giving a goddamn thing back. Anyway. So, if anybody has somebody if anybody wants to talk to me on Sunday at 4 p.m., I'm willing to entertain it. My first, I hate to be like this, but first order is going to be for activists, for people who are actually in the community producing content, because they can use me as a shout out or whatever. I think people are going to be more interested in hearing what they have to say other than some random guy named the Frog. It was very nice, and I'm being a little facetious there. It was very kind of the Frog, I think his name was the Frog, to help me entertain folks and kind of keep everything moving while we were waiting for Pink Camera Magic to sort out our technical difficulties. Yeah, if you want to do it, I mean, I'm not going to invite you, but if you're there, if you're in the Discord server, everybody can sit in the center ring and hear what's going on. You can't talk unless an activist unmutes you. But I still watch the Bloodsport channel on Discord while I'm in the center arena. So anyway, if you wanna show up, if none of these other chuckleheads decide to show up, then I'll gladly talk to people from the community, auditors and non-auditors alike. I just will end up giving preference to the auditors because I think that's what people want to hear. Those are the people who I think have the answers, etc. And yes, I will ask hard-hitting questions. I'm surprised that everybody thought I went so easy on her, because the very first setup I gave her was, hey, aren't you doing the exact same shit to me that you just acknowledged that the fat parasite was wrong for doing? She's very kind, though. Maybe she never saw my comment asking if she was going to link me. I never ask for money or anything, but a link back would be nice. So she did correct that. So thank you, Amanda. And see what happens when you are nice to people, then, you know, nice things come back to you. But not the fat parasite. He could choke on a dick. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, yeah. So I have no idea what's going on with Freeman. He's got his Dallas hearing scheduled for the 16th. And he's got a hearing scheduled in Arizona on the 17th. I hope he's aware of that. He's run these cases up close to each other, and I'm told, I haven't verified this yet, so this is huge grain of salt, but I'm told that his one of his hearings in the Leon Valley arrest is going to be coming up here soon, around that same time, 16th, 17th. Again, I don't know for sure. So that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. It's a little worrying to me that he doesn't have an attorney for him on the Dallas case, because an attorney would at least be aware of what's going on and remind him and all that fun stuff. Keep track of everything. Make sure motions and papers and everything are filed in a timely fashion. Anyway, I wish him the best of luck. I hope he's got it well under control. It's funny, he signed right back up with the guy that he substituted out in the first place. So, I hope it works out for him. Anyway, I've been poking a lot at News Now Houston. He's looking for reasons. The VA card that I showed in my video, where I point out that his timeline doesn't make a damn bit of sense. He's a liar. I mean, let's just not mince words about it. He is an outright bald-faced liar, and he's getting caught in his lies. And I know people are, at least one person is preparing, getting all his ducks in a row with evidence and everything, and I've seen quite a bit of it. And Mr. Houston is going to be hoist on his own petard. It's always better just to be honest. It's always better just to be honest right up front. But, you know, when you have that kind of criminal mindset where you think a lie is going to work and you think you're going to be able to cover for a lie with another lie, well, things tend to unravel. Anyway, he thinks that I violated YouTube's terms of service because he published something. He published that picture of his VA card, and then he's mad at me for republishing it. I don't think so. Also, everything is redacted on it except for his picture, his first name, and his middle name. I think he crossed out Earl. I believe he hates to be called Earl. So, if anybody is looking to get under his skin, or you could just have me do it for you, because I seem to do it really well. I do hate me some liars. I do hate me some liars. Now, if he was just lying, I wouldn't really care about it. But if you remember, he was lying in such a way as to convince the community that they needed to take counterintelligence measures, and then he was giving them just shit counterintelligence measures to take. Absolute garbage, absolutely pathetic, absolutely useless, absolutely a waste of your time, and there's no reason to get you paranoid and suspicious if you're not breaking the law. So instead of accurately trying to tell you what the law is, he goes around and tells you how to make yourself look suspicious to the police. So then you can wonder, why is everybody treating me like I'm a suspect or something? Thus reinforcing his narrative. It's pretty stupid. Then there's the gun thing. Everybody wonders why he owns a firearm when he's not allowed to own a firearm. Because if he does, it's black powder. But Probably whatever he has, whatever he's carrying doesn't work. At the Leon Valley, he said it was a Smith & Wesson. And then in another video, he said it was a Ruger. So I'm sure he's going to be telling us he has two. As far as anybody thinking the guy's getting rich, he's not. I saw pictures of his camper, his Kodiak camper, with his red minivan, his white minivan, and his Jeep covered, and his new blue shed on his otherwise empty lot. He's not getting rich. Being an activist, being tied up in legal proceedings all the time because you don't know how to conduct yourself isn't going to get you rich. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I used to think that News Now Houston was a bright and shining example for the community. I still don't think his background matters. I do think, however, him lying. I caught him giving bad legal advice too. That was pretty terrible. And when I corrected him on it, he called me a troll. Oh my God. He was trying to tell a guy who's taking a stand, who's facing a disturbing the peace charge, that the cops can't be the victim of the fighting words that tend to cause incitement to violence, intend to cause a breach of the peace. He said cops can't be victims of that. Now, my understanding is, I haven't looked it up, but there may be Texas law that says cops can't be the victim of that. You can't incite a cop to breach the peace. But that's not Georgia's ruling. So always be careful of people who are offering advice. Especially me. Be careful of me offering you legal advice because you're not my client. Always check with a local attorney. Never trust a liar. Especially not someone who's repeatedly lied to your face. I think even once in a real lie is enough. I mean, people make mistakes all the time. They get confused about facts and details and misremember things. Like, I don't think Pink Camera Magic was lying when she gave her version of what happened at Leon Valley with Mark Brown and Mexican Padilla. I don't think she was lying. I think she was misremembering. There's a difference. News Now Houston is a liar. I think CJ Grisham, I'm pretty convinced. I haven't seen any evidence to support anything that he's saying that would convince me that he was actually a super secret agent man. I mean, it could have been just something that they handed out simply because everybody got it, like a participation award, but he wasn't doing counterintelligence stuff. He was making PowerPoint slides in Afghanistan for a major. So I'm just thinking a guy who's making PowerPoint slides isn't super secret agent man. He's not the action hero that he wants to portray himself as. Anyway, I'm about done with this ramble. I think 19 minutes. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.